There comes a time in every man's life when he looks in the mirror and asks himself, am I living with purpose? Or am I just existing? It's a quiet question. No one else hears it. But it echoes louder than anything else in the world. Because deep down, every man knows, a life without purpose is just movement without direction. It's noise without meaning. You were not born to drift. You were born to drive. You were born to aim, to pursue, to conquer, to live with fire in your chest and clarity in your eyes. This world tries to tell men to be soft, to blend in, to go with the flow. But men who go with the flow drown in mediocrity. Real men, they build the current. Be a man with purpose. Purpose isn't something you stumble on. It's something you forge. Like steel. You don't find it, you create it. You do it when you stop living for the weekends and start building for a lifetime. You do it when you stop asking for permission to be great. You do it when you silence the world's noise, the opinions, the distractions, the expectations, and you ask yourself, what am I really here to do? Purpose isn't about being famous. It's about being focused. It's about knowing who you are, what you stand for, and where you're going, even when no one claps for you. The man with purpose doesn't need applause. He doesn't need approval. He needs progress. His up before the sun. His grinding when others sleep. Not because he's trying to impress someone, but because he made a promise to himself, and he intends to keep it. Dream big. If your dreams don't scare you, they're too small. Dreaming big isn't about ego. It's about vision. Small dreams keep you safe. Big dreams wake you up. The world will try to shrink you. They'll say, be realistic. Be humble. Don't aim too high. But understand this. Most people want you small because it makes them comfortable. Dream big anyway. Dream so big it makes your heart race. So big it makes people laugh. So big it forces you to become more just to reach it. Dreams are the blueprint. They show you what's possible. But only action brings them to life. Every king was once a dreamer. But the difference between a dreamer and a king? Execution. Chase your goals. A dream without a goal is fantasy. A goal without action is delusion. So what do? You take your dream and break it down. You turn it into daily targets. You chase it like your life depends on it, because it does. Chase your goals with discipline, not emotion. There will be days you don't feel like it. Days you're tired, sore, uninspired. But the man with discipline shows up anyway. Why? Because his goals aren't hobbies. They're obligations. You want to change your life? Stop waiting to feel motivated. Start moving with mission. You don't chase goals only when it's convenient. You chase them when it's hard. When it's quiet. When nobody's watching. Because that's what men of purpose do. Make success. Success isn't something you win. It's something you earn. Day by day. Hour by hour. It's not luck. It's not magic. It's grit. Success is the result of boring work repeated consistently. The early mornings. The late nights. The uncomfortable conversations. The sacrifice. The sweat. The silence. Most people quit when it gets hard. Men with purpose push through. Because they know, pain is temporary. Regret lasts forever. To make success, you must be willing to look foolish. To start small. To fail publicly. To lose before you win. You want a life most people don't have? You have to do what most people won't. That means cutting off distractions. Cutting off laziness. Cutting off the need for comfort. Success is a game of endurance. It doesn't come to the most talented. It comes to the most relentless. Be wise. The world is loud. But wisdom listens. Being wise doesn't mean being perfect. It means learning fast. It means knowing what not to do. What to ignore. Who to avoid. When to walk away. Wisdom is saying no when everyone else says yes. It's seeing through the hype. It's choosing long-term growth over short-term pleasure. The wise man doesn't chase trends. He builds principles. He doesn't react, he responds. Calm, grounded, clear. You don't gain wisdom by talking. You gain it by observing, by falling, by reflecting, by asking yourself hard questions like, am I becoming the man I respect? What's this teaching me? Is this path worthy of my time, my energy, my name? Be wise enough to know that not all battles are worth fighting, and not all victories are worth winning. Choose your wars. Protect your peace. Stay focused. Focus is your greatest weapon. In a world full of distractions, the man who can lock in, wins. Social media wants your mind. Entertainment wants your time. Everybody wants a piece of your attention. But your future belongs to what you focus on. You want greatness? You have to guard your focus like a soldier guards a fortress. Cut the noise. Shut out the unnecessary. Be ruthless with your time. Focus isn't about doing more. It's about doing less, better. One goal. One mission. One direction. Every single day. Because if you chase 2 rabbits, you catch none. So stay focused. Stay locked in. Even when it's hard. Even when it's boring. Even when progress feels slow. Remember, discipline today creates freedom tomorrow. Build your legacy. You were not born to be average. You were born to lead, to serve, to create, to conquer. Be a man with purpose. Not a man who waits. Not a man who wanders. Not a man who makes excuses. You've got one life. No rewinds. No replays. So make it count. Build a body you respect. Build a mind that's sharp. Build a soul that's steady. Build a legacy. Dream big. Chase your goals. Make success. Be wise. And stay focused. Because in the end, the world remembers not what you talked about, but what you built. Follow for more Stoic wisdom.